What's good, everybody? My name is Onalena Imarumula in the Easterns for everything exciting, and you're watching Rev Network TV. Currently, we are at the Golekane Mentorship Camp, and I'm chilling with one of the boys who are attending the camps. Firstly, give me an introduction. What's your name?
Greetings to everyone listening. My name is Sizo Machaya. I'm from the Northwest at Mafikeng, and I'm in one of the interesting camps that anyone would want to attend, which is the Golekane Mentorship Camp, associated with mostly bringing knowledge of the boy child into how to protect themselves and the society itself.
Okay, that's great. So, how did you find out about this camp?
Okay, so when I remember properly, I was at home, and then the principal gave me a tip that there is a camp, there's an upcoming camp. It was like 3 months ago.
Okay.
There's an upcoming camp, so it's up to me if I do research about it, if I'm interested in it. And what made me be interested is that it focused on gender-based violence, which is a topic that anyone would love to have knowledge about, as it is happening frequently in our communities.
Yes.
I can't say I'm a victim of gender-based violence, but I've also seen people being violated, being harassed, being treated unlawfully so. So I was interested to hear it because I wanted to give others knowledge when I arrive at my community, to tell them that gender-based violence is not a good thing, especially on our country and everything.
So would you say gender-based violence is a problem in the community that you come from?
Not perhaps that, but worldwide. It's not only on South Africa, but everywhere. And it mostly focuses on the female side, as they are the most violated ones. I'm not saying men are not violated or harassed.
True.
But we do know that in most cases, gender-based violence mostly focuses on the women, whereas they are the ones who are being bullied, they are the ones being harassed, they are the ones being violated in every action. And reasoning, it's that the men have that pain inside their hearts that they cannot express, but express it through physically. So yeah.
So tell me about your experience throughout this whole camp. I know it just started. So far, just let me know.
Let me give you an oral tour.
Yeah.
Okay. We arrived 2 days ago. When we arrived, we were introduced nicely. We were welcomed nicely by one of the interesting game reserves, the Konka, which is in Rustenburg. When we entered, we were given a heads up about what the camp is about, which is about femicide and gender-based violence. We went on a campfire where we were told on how a man should treat a woman. There is a quote that we are using right now, which is, "I am a man, I'm ready to lead, love and protect." That's what we put in our mind exactly, because we as men have the power to do what? To protect the society. But back to the talk. We came back, we arrived. When we arrived, everything is the activities are nice. We went to zip lining, we went to swimming, we tried rock climbing, archery, and many more. But that's not the aim of what we came here for. We came here to learn more about gender-based violence and femicide. So in most cases, like currently right now we are in the show, it mostly focuses on how the men should protect the woman. But so far, I'd say the camp is actually quite nice. We are accommodated nice, and everything is going according to plan.
Okay, so what's so far? I think, is this your third day or your second day?
Sorry?
Is this the second day or the third day?
Oh, this is the third day. We arrived on Thursday.
So what's your takeaway so far? What have you learned? What's that most key thing that you have learned so far?
What I've learned is that to be a man is very easy. What you need to do is speak up. You cannot bottle up things, because at the end of the day, they will end up bursting into innocent people.
True,
what I've heard is that even though you see people are violated, does not mean you should just say, "I don't care because I'm not involved." You should speak up. You should either call the police enforcement, to tell them about what's happening. Because if we carry on keeping quiet, it's going to lead to many people doing it. And when many people doing it, many people are going to be injured, which increases the high medical attention. But what I learned is that to be a man, you have to speak up. Bottling up things is not the solution to every problem. So what they actually taught me most is that I have to speak up if there's anything bothering me, either to the closest ones or the closest therapist we have in our society.
Yeah. So why do you think it's important for young boys to be in this program? Why is it important? Why is it important for this? Why? How should I rephrase that?
I understand.
Yeah, like why young boys?
Well, remember, gender. We as boys, we cannot violate a woman as we are still young.
Yes.
I can say we don't have the power. So the reason for this program is to build a nation for the future. That when we boys, when we become men and have our own families, we can be able to know the rights on how to treat a woman, the rights on how to treat our mothers and sisters and our daughters. So this program really meant for that we as boys, when we grow up, we should know, even if not we grow up, from now, from the day we came to the camp, they taught us that the right way to treat a woman or any other gender has to be a fine way. We just not have to include harassment, bullying, or any other unlawful activities. So, yeah.
For somebody who would want to be part of this program in the near future, what advice would you give to that person in closing?
The advice I'd give to that person is that they should know what they came here for. Many boys, as I have noticed, they came here for fun. And then there are those ones who came here for knowledge. So what I'd say to them is that when they come here, they should learn to come and focus. They should come and focus on learning what they are being taught. Because when you get that in your head, when something like that happens, you'll be able to react in a nicer way because you're being taught about it. So if you come here for fun, instead of listening, when you experience that type of situation, you won't be able to find a solution as you did not listen to what you are being taught. So the advice I'd give to the future ones who come is that to listen attentively so when they are being instructed with something.
Okay, that's very wise words, and I hope everybody who has ears heard. It's that simple. If you have ears, then you have heard. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Onalena Imarumula, and the E stands for everything exciting. You are still watching Rev Network TV. We are at the Golekane Mentorship Camp. This is day 2 of our podcast, but it's day 4 of the program. So I'm sitting down with one of the attendees of the program. How are you? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you free enough? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, can you just give us your name firstly? Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Karel Taljart. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Ventersdorp, Northwest, at Tudosa Secondary School.
Okay, so far, you have been in the camp for 4 days, right?
Yeah.
What have you learned from the camp concerning GBV and femicide?
Oh, I learned so many things. I can't even mention all of them, but I'll mention few.
Just give us few.
Yeah, GBV, I learned that GBV can affect many people in society as a general. And I learned that GBV is one of social issues that we are dealing with every day. So as a young man, I learned that beating a woman or a child is not worth it. Or it's not easy for you. There's no need for you to beat a girl or to sexually harass her. The only thing you need to do is to speak with her clearly and sit down, or even though you can speak about your issues to another person so that you can heal.
Okay, so how do you think it's important for young boys, especially in your age group, to learn about GBV?
Yeah, I think it's right. Because many people they don't understand the concept GBV, gender-based violence. They think this gender-based violence is funny for them, and the only thing they need to do is to learn about more so that they can change the society, so that they can be a great leaders of tomorrow.
So from the community that you come from, have you ever witnessed such a situation where there is GBV?
No, I never noticed anything.
Okay, so how has the program prepared you to react in a situation? Let's say you witness somebody going through GBV. Since you've been to this program and you've been here, how would you address such a situation?
First of all, obvious, a GBV, it happens to elder people. So obviously, most of them, they have a lack of information. So the only thing they will do to underestimate me because I'm young and I'm so short. But the only thing I will do is to speak with them respectively and speak with them how to approach these such things. Because in life, there is a challenges that we need to challenge. But the only thing you need to do is to stand up as a man and realize the problem that we're dealing with, so that we can teach your children and grandchildren to do good things in community, because community is home as a whole. To us as township kids, we need to associate with each other, like to cooperate, so that we can help each other and define this thing of GBV.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was speaking to Gaddafi, and he mentioned that he is teaching you guys who are part of this program to be real men.
Yeah.
Right. So from his teachings so far, how would you define a real man?
First of all, I learned that a real man is a person who can stand and speak about the issue, or to cry, not just to cry, but to speak things that they are bothering them, so that they can heal. Because I learned that when you want to heal, there's no need for you to post yourself in social media to tell everyone about your issues. But the only thing you need to do is to speak with someone you trust privately and tell them about your problem, and to take advice from them and use them wisely.
Okay. So what do you think is the challenge, especially among young people, right? Let's say people your age.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them would be comfortable speaking out when they're experiencing, GBV. What do you think prevents them from speaking out when they are facing such situations?
Okay, as you said, like many people at our own age, they don't trust people, the people they live with. But I think the best way to express your feelings is to write something like poem, umculo, so that you can teach other people outside. Obviously, many people, they love music these days.
Yeah.
So for you to say your problems through a music or a poem, they will learn from those words that were said on a song. But they won't be aware that you are speaking with them. But they will listen to the message, and then they will learn after that. And then
Okay, great. So in closing, what advice would you give to a young person who has no knowledge in GBV, and what advice would you give him to, about joining such programs? How would you encourage that person to join programs that teach about GBV, that teach about, femicide and stuff?
Okay, my conclusion, I want to say, many people in our society, or let me say in our country, they have a lack of information about certain things.
Yeah.
So they do things just because they want to express, to be famous about things that are not okay. So as I'm so young, I would just advise them that maybe they must use a Wi-Fi or a data wisely, so that they can search things that bother us as a community, and the solution that we can do as young people, so that we can live in peace. Because peace is the only thing that will make us to be united as people. Black people, they don't have that thinking of building. They have that mentality of destroying everything. So I like to say to young people out there, if you feel something in your heart, you need to speak about it or write something, so that you can express yourself. And as a young person, I know it's not easy for you to wear a clothes that say go and circumcise or a free circumcision. So I like when you wear a t-shirt, you need to print something that shows information, so that people can can be interested and ask you questions about such things so that we can be aware about these things and teach others.
Okay, great short session. By the way, thank you so much for sitting down with me. We are still at the Golekane Mentorship Camp. See you soon.
Thank you.
We are still at the Golekane Mentorship Camp, and I'm sitting with yet another participant of the camp. Welcome to Rev Network TV. Are you good?
I'm good.
Great. So can you just give us an introduction? What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Nsako Ngoveni. I'm from Lake Timberg. I school at Lake Timberg English High.
Okay. So how has this program made you, there are certain things as gender roles. I believe that a lot of times where GBV comes in the picture, it's because men in most cases feel like women are subjected to certain things, and sometimes it starts because of frustrations and stuff. So how has this program helped you view gender roles?
When our parents grew up, they were taught that a man should be superior than a woman.
Yeah.
And those teachings they have went to them, and then now they can't come to us because we have learned that those things that they were taught are not the right ways.
Yeah.
They used to be the right ways back in the day, but then right now that's not how we move. Because a punching bag from a punching bag to a body bag.
So how has this program shaped your view on respecting women? Because I believe that it's very important, especially for younger guys, to learn how to respect women and everything. How has it shaped your view on that whole topic of respecting women?
It has made me realize that women are important in this life, and then we should start treating them as our equals instead of us being superior and them being. I've learned that we should respect each other irregardless of gender and masculinity.
So what role do you think young people can play in ending GBV in South Africa?
As young men, I think to end this thing, we should start sort of campaigns in our communities in order to stop it. Have certain marches on certain dates to help spread the word out.
Yeah. So what would you tell a friend who doesn't believe that GBV is a serious issue? Because I know that not a lot of us take this as a pandemic. It is not a lot of us take it as a problem. It is. So let's just say you had a friend who didn't believe that GBV is actually a problem. How would you talk to that person? What would you tell that person?
I would tell someone that says GBV is not real. I would tell them that it's not real until it happens to you. It's only real when it happens to you, and you'll experience it when it happens to you. And then you'll notice that everyone that was telling you that this thing is real, they were not lying.
True. So what's your favorite activity so far? Because I believe there has been a lot, right?
At the campfire we learned a lot, right? Gaddafi shared his story, Majens shared his story, Babu Nick shared his story. But then the thing that brought us together here at the boys' camp as gents was the obstacle course, because the teamwork that was there, the love that was there, we were helping each other.
Okay, teamwork.
Even when people were struggling to climb over the wall, we would carry them.
Yeah. So do you think such programs are very important? How important do you think they are?
This program was on a lot of things. It was about men wellness and GBV, right? I've learned this program assisted me in opening up to people, opening up to my friends, my gents, because the concept that was given to us was a man is a balloon, right? You can only pump a balloon to a certain point until it explodes. And then you can only pump it to a certain point and then you release the air. That's when you tell people your stuff. That air goes out, the balloon deflates, the pressure becomes less on you.
That's very powerful. I like that. It's very powerful. So in closing, what advice would you give to a person who's not like personally experiencing. For an example, let's say there is a person who's living in a situation whereby there's GBV. He witnesses that happening, within the parents. How would you advise that person?
I would say first analyze the situation, then report it to the police if possible. Because, as you know, we don't trust the justice system anymore.
Yeah, especially for, we believe it works in the favor of women.
Yeah.
Hence, we have people not speaking out
Yeah.
against certain things.
Yeah. So I suggest you analyze the situation, call a hotline or social workers or therapists or something. Like we have a program here at Golekane, just don't remember the name.
Yeah.
We have a program whereby they give you a number. Anytime you can call the therapist is gonna assist you free of charge. And then after the therapist has spoken to you, you can speak to the therapist and find a way forward.
Okay, great. Very another yet informative session, I believe, that you have had. If you haven't, I believe, is Golekane on social media?
Yeah, Golekane has Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, so if you haven't had and you might need more information about the Golekane camp and the programs that they run, just go to social media and, browse. You might
can also find it on the Department of Sports website.
Yes, just tell us where to find it.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, okay. So just go there and then find Golekane. You might find something that might interest you. Peace.